There are four enemies within, at least four. I'm going to give you four tonight. It's probably more than that. But there are four very dangerous situations going on. They are enemies within our country. Let's start with number one, far left dark money. Okay? There's a little bit of it on the far right, but not nearly what it is on the left. What is that? Well, Mark Zuckerberg injected $300 million of his own money into the 2020 election. Where'd that money go? Who got it? No one knows. No investigation. That's dark money. We don't know where it went. No, it went someplace. And Zuckerberg says, oh, I'm not going to do it again. He admits he did it, but we don't know what happened. George Soros has pumped at least $32 billion into progressive causes in this country. And we know where some of the money went, to elect people like Alvin Bragg, district attorney, all right, the nuts out in San Francisco, in LA, all the soft on crime, that's all Soros money going in there, okay? Now, do the local people in those states know? No, they don't know. And Soros is writing a check after check after check through his foundations and his other companies into those races, local races. So if Soros gets behind an Alvin Bragg, Bragg's opponent can't compete because Soros pumps so much money into a DA race. All right, huge threat, huge enemy from within, enormous. There's a website, darksecrets.com, I believe it is. You got to go there and check that out. All right, second one, corrupt corporate media. Now, I have led the charge over the last 3 or 4 years on this, and I can't tell you what a huge threat this is. But here's something very interesting. Because the corporate media is so corrupt, they're trying to engineer outcomes of elections. That's what they try to do. They hate Trump, they want Trump out. So the corporate media, Disney, and all the others, they want to elect people. And they use their power under the First Amendment to do so. But even further than that, they pay liars, charlatans, defamers, gutter snipes to be on their air. Roll the tape.
If you don't believe that Donald Trump is capable of saying that $60,000 doesn't cost that much to bury a Mexican, then you haven't been listening to Donald Trump.
Now, that woman is a hater. She's on The View. She's on CNN. She hates people with whom she disagrees. And she brings in a total falsehood that's now been debunked. We debunked it yesterday with the family of the slain woman, Army private, okay? The family says that Trump helped them. He didn't say anything derogatory about it. That was not in play. In fact, the sister of the slain soldier voted for Trump yesterday. Now, will Navarro then go on and apologize for this? No, because nobody will force her to do that. The corporate media won't force her to apologize. One time at Fox, I made a joke about a congresswoman whose name I'm not going to repeat because it's just not right. It was a stupid joke, but it was funny. I said she looked like a certain entertainer. I mean, we got to apologize. I go, it was just a jest. Everybody knew it was a joke. I apologize. Because when I thought about it, I go, okay, it's a cheap shot. All right. Well, I was held accountable. That doesn't happen anymore. Rarely does it happen. All right. The third enemy from within, congressional leadership threats. Both parties do it, but Nancy Pelosi elevated this to its highest level in American history. In the House of Representatives, when Pelosi was the Speaker, she basically told every Democrat in that body, you either vote the way I tell you to vote, or we will not give you a dime for your reelection campaign. We, the Democratic National Committee. She threatened them. That is not democracy. You're supposed to elect people who vote their conscience. That's what you're supposed to do, we, the people. Pelosi goes, you don't do it my way, no money. And because Congress people run every 2 years, they need a steady stream of campaign money. That's the enemy within. On the Republican side, they twist arms too, but nothing like that. Fourth enemy within, extremism. It used to be the Nazis and the communists and the Black Panthers and all these people were marginalized in this country to some extent. Right? The Klan. So you were a pariah, word of the day. Okay? Couldn't really function. Now with social media, you have a big club. Those neo-Nazis are going to find other neo-Nazis real easy. Okay? And they can do whatever they want to do. The progressive left communists, you know, we want to destroy capitalism, the marketplace, want to destroy freedoms. They got plenty of people on the social media. Extremism is the enemy of democracy. You know it, everybody knows it. But that's a story that's entirely ignored by the corrupt media. And that's another reason the media is such a danger, because they won't report stories if they don't like them. It's not like all the news is fit to print. Yeah, okay. All right, so the Founding Fathers understood that dark money, the media was nothing back then, obviously. It was just newspapers. And John Adams tried to put them in jail, by the way, the Alien Sedition Act, that was overturned. Leadership threat, the founders understood it. And they instituted checks, all right, in our government. But those checks have largely disappeared. One final thought, maybe this will be illuminating for you. FDR was the most totalitarian president in our history. He wanted to stack the Supreme Court. He wanted unlimited presidential powers because he was dealing with the Depression and World War II. For you confronting the presidents, you'll see that FDR, Franklin Roosevelt, was a good president in the sense he got us through the Depression and we won World War II. But he didn't really like the fact that he was restrained at all. He didn't want any restraints. Okay? But they checked them. They checked them on the Supreme Court. They checked them on all the other stuff. Okay.